If you got more than $2 in your pocket, make some noise.
Wu-Tang, the famous tagline that everyone knows from the slums of Shaolin. That to the opera house is obviously like such a huge jump, but I think it's testament to the Wu-Tang and how much, their art has really infiltrated all facets of culture.
Okay, I'm gonna need some help from y'all. Hey, yo, Sydney, I wanna hear y'all sing this shit. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money.
You go down to the market and there'd be counterfeit Wu wear, baggy, shiny jeans, and you get them in 38 because that's what you read in the book. For me, I was like a little kid, that was crazy, like waist 38. Just the way that they branched out into all these different arenas, it was such a broader cultural movement than just a hip hop group.
I've been a massive Wu-Tang fan for a long time. I'm talking back to like the LimeWire and Napster days. Remember that? When I was real young, when I spent a lot of time in hospital. So I used to listen to a lot of music. My brother actually started my love for hip hop. A lot of the rappers come from, minority groups where they were repressed and couldn't get their voice out and things like that. Not too dissimilar to someone with a disability. So even though it's different, I did really resonate to that when I was young.
22 long, hard years, still struggling. Survival got me bugging. I'm alive on the rival. Deep at the shape of the street. Stay awake to the ways of the world, cause shit is deep. I'm there with the tree.
Growing up in the most isolated city in the world, Perth, I guess I was grasping at trying to connect with the rest of the world through lyrics and through storytelling and through the journey of music. I could transport myself into another place. I just was obsessed.
Wu-Tang combining a very classic East Coast hardcore hip-hop sound with kind of Eastern philosophy. That was super cool for me to see as a kid, and especially growing up in the era of Hanson-esque racism. It was definitely, one of the things that encouraged me just to be proud of who I was and not shy away from that, you know what I mean?
Leave it up to me when I be living proof. Okay. To kick the truth to the young black youth.
It's not every day that there is gangster rap in the opera house, but we're changing our understanding of what art is. I always see hip-hop as highbrow art. It's beautiful, the storytelling and actually connecting with moments, and that's what art is it not?
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Cash rules.
All 9 members being there was such a massive draw card for this show. On the 25th anniversary of their most impactful record was such a full circle moment for a lot of fans, but also probably them as a group. Just seeing it in a venue like this, that was crazy.
The moment when there was the sea of W's, that was an emotional, cinematic moment.
Put your W's up in the sky.
I just couldn't believe that I was in the same room as them.
Yeah.
It was probably the first time in my life that I really felt included when I went to see live music. Being in a wheelchair, being different, I always saw myself as different, and it was hard. And when you see live music, no one cares about your difference. Everyone's just enjoying one thing at the same time, and that energy is so important.
I felt really united with all of those people in that moment. That experience for me was just so worth travelling to Sydney, and it was so worth just that one night.
You say forever. Wu-Tang! Wu-Tang!
It was super important for me to see Wu-Tang in the Opera House. Hip-hop fans don't normally come to the Opera House. That's no secret. And so for fans and artists alike, it's just such a huge milestone and something really special that we got to witness.
They've played a massive role in my life. Not only my favourite artists, but all those little touch points that they've had, whether it's the last thing I heard before I won a gold medal was their song. That's cool. You know what I mean? Listen to them in hospital. That's cool. What an iconic venue to be able to see my favourite band ever. Band that had the biggest influence on my life. Yeah, mate, it was pretty special to be able to watch